Hey guys, welcome back to RC Legends, and as always, thank you so much for clicking on today's video. What? What's this? Oh, this is a 1987 Kyosho Raider. Brand new built by me in one of my last videos. Absolutely made up to have this. But today's video is about finishing it. So I've got original body shell, original decals, we've got to cut it out, two parts, main body and wing. And tyre rating. There's a lot to do. The tyre rating is going to be a nightmare. But I'm hoping I can get the paint on it today. That's the main thing, because the weather after that for next week is shocking. So it's really about getting the paint on, but that doesn't affect you as watching. It'll all be done in this video. But yeah, if you are interested in this build, please check it out. It's not a long video, but just to see how a Raider goes together from 87 and how Kyosho did things, just off the chart. I can't stop looking at it, and I know as soon as I get the body finished and the tyre rating done, it's just going to be one of my favourite cars in the collection. So less chat, more action. Yeah, can't be bothered, got to be honest, can't be bothered. I'm not a massive fan of cutting bodies out. Anyway, let's get into this. Oh, just one quick look at the chassis for you, just in case you can't be bothered looking at the build video, which I don't blame you. But oh my goodness, how cool is that? So we have original body shell for it and original decals. Super cool. So the pit of the body's in two pieces. That's the wing at the back, it's got to be cut out. I'm going to have to give this a really good clean, because 1987, it's probably still got 1987 dust on it. So I'm going to have to peel this off. It's not like the protective film that they have nowadays. I'm not too sure what the purpose of this was, to be honest, but I'll whiz it off and clean it all, and then when I'm painting it I'll run some masking just on the outside around the edges, just so I don't get any overlap on the outside. It looks relatively straightforward to cut. Now the only sticking point I have, which I've got to make my mind up, if you're a Kyosho fan, you'll know that most, if not all their buggies had black windows. You painted the windows black. Not a massive fan of that, to be honest, but I kind of want to go full box art. I know it's a terrible black and white picture, but you get the gist of it. But there's no masks with it, so I've got to mask these either way, to either keep them transparent or to put black on. But obviously if I'm going to put black on, I'd want to put that on first, because I don't want to put the red on and then go black, because the red will go darker around the black. So the darker colour's got to go on first. So I need to make my mind up. I think I'm going to have to go box art black. Now I'm just looking at my collection now. The Optima Mid has blacked out windows. Optima Pro, I didn't do that. Yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. Anyway, sorry, I'm digressing. So yeah, let's get this cut out. Right, so we got it cut out. I'm always wary of these in case there is an actual protective film on. I'm 99.9% sure there isn't, hence why it had that thing over it. But yeah, it doesn't feel like there is. So anyway, wing cut out. I've got to sand it yet, but you get the gist of it. But the inside of it, I don't know if you can see it, but it looks like things have been living in there, which is cool. So I'm not going to put the holes in the wing or the back of the body, but I am going to. I've got to cut a small square hole out the back underneath the wing, and just a round hole at the front to mount it on the chassis. So I'm just going to do that next, and then, in fact, let me just do that first. And it's mounted. Again, the wing's not on. I've not put those holes in yet. I probably should before I spray it. But yeah, that looks super cool. I'm loving that. Yeah, if you wondered why the wheels are tight, it's because everything's quite tight on it. Oh my! If you push it down, it. Oh, loving this. Absolutely loving this. I just can't wait to get it finished. It's gonna be so cool. So what I'm gonna do next, yeah, I'm gonna give it a quick sanding. Then I'm going to take both body shell and wing up, warm soapy water, clean it and wait for it to dry, and then we'll come down and then we'll attempt to masking. So I'm definitely going to go for the black windows, which means I've got to mask the outer of the windows, which is going to be a little bit tricky, and get the black on first, but I'm jumping the gun. Let's get it sanded and cleaned first. Right, that's the paint on. Not a great paint job at all. It's kind of too cold to paint now, even though we're not in the proper cold season yet, which is unfortunate. But I think, well, I know it's going to be good enough. It's not terrible, but the coverage is just hard. And anyway, I'm always complaining about the weather, aren't I? So one interesting thing for me is, obviously in the Kyosho manual, and with it being so old, 87, I don't even know if they had spray cans in 87. Maybe they did, I don't know. But anyway, it doesn't really give you a colour, but obviously we know the colour's red. So I bought a can of PS2, which is just called Red. And I bought that for the Ferrari F1 car I'm doing. But obviously this has jumped to Q. But looking at it now, Tamiya they definitely do 2 reds, and the other one is called Bright Red. I don't know the number. I've got some left over that I did the Marlboro car in. So point being, this is a little bit of a darker red than box art, I think. Now obviously the decals have got to go on, which is going to liven it up a lot, but I think PS2 it's not the wrong colour, don't get me wrong, but it's a slightly darker red. But with all that said, I absolutely love that colour. Now, someone might tell me in the comments that PS2 is the correct paint colour for it, and if so, awesome. I just think it's the box art is slightly brighter, if that makes sense. But I'm absolutely made up with that. I love it. I've got some not touch-ups, but I've got some more sanding to do here and there. But you know, I kind of do all that at the end. But yeah, I'm excited now. So I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to get all these, or not all of them, but all of the big block white ones, because they're going to be the kind of sort of tricky ones to get in the right positions, and the grills. I want to get them on first. In fact, we'll do the grills first, and then we'll do the white ones. Anyway, why don't I just do it instead of talking about it? Right, I'm excited. Let's crack on. I also thought, just before I do that, I'll just put it on the car to show you it, because that looks cool as hell, but the decals just absolutely transform this into something absolutely awesome. That wing's only sat on, I still haven't put the holes in it, but yeah, just for a comparison, I thought I'd just show it first. Right, let's see what I call the main decals cut out. Obviously the big white blocks and the grills, and I've done the numbers as well. Now there's all the little ones to do, but I want to get these on first. This one here is for the wing, and I think the wing needs to be properly mounted on the shell, because I think this one goes at the back of the car, that way around, I believe, and then I think this goes on the wing, so it's kind of got to follow. So that's going to be tricky to do that with it not on the car, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking. I'm actually going to stick some bloody decals on. Right, apologies I'm holding the camera, but that's the grills on. Look at this, love it. So, interesting fun fact, you Kyosho people will know this already, but it's on the old Kyosho box art, there was always changes. How do I word this? There were extra stickers on the box art that you didn't get in the kit, and sometimes decals just completely changed. And I think on almost every vintage Kyosho box art, the kit is actually different from the picture, which is crazy. Only subtle differences, but here's one of them, and this is terrible because it's miles away. But the grills on the box art, I'll show you this later on, are black. Same shape and everything, but black, where these have got this like netting grill effect on it. But it's just funny how it differs from box art. Anyway, let's crack on. Right, that's those decals on, and how good does that look? Oh my goodness. Absolutely love it, and it's only going to get better. Yeah, so cool. Another fun fact, this decal is actually longer, bigger than the box art one. It doesn't go the full distance, and the writing on the box art here, kind of, there's not as much, the white bit is not as long on the box art. Again, it's just little quaint differences that Kyosho did. But anyway, that's as far as I can go with that right now. Now I'm going to put the holes in the shell and the wing, mount the wing, and then the last dodgy decal to get on is, because it's got to line up with this one, and then we can put all the little ones on. Right, wing mounted and that horrible decal on, and that wasn't easy to get on, but I think you can see it's straight. Oh, it's close to as close as I can get it anyway. Looks great from here. Wowza. Anyway, the good news is that's the tricky ones done. Another interesting fun fact about the decals. So this has got a massive white block at the front. I don't know if you can see that. And then the lines towards the back. Looking at the box art one, which is down there, it doesn't have this big area blocked. It's got more lines and they're more sort of a little bit wider, but it kind of looks like it almost, the lines come down to here. I don't know why I keep telling you all this stuff. It's probably not that interesting, but I find it interesting. Right, next up is all the little ones. So I think I'll concentrate on the wing first because I want to cover some of that horrible paint up. Right, that's the wing finished. I've done the decals as box art as I can. Looks good. Looks really good, actually. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. So now I've got those decals left, but this is all for the main body now to fill all these other spaces. So I'll get all them cut out. Right, I'm pretty much done with that. That looks absolutely off the chart. I never realised there was so many decals on it. When you kind of see it. Anyway, whatever. There's a lot of decals. So I've gone completely box art, apart from, and what I mean by box art is everything in the right position to what the box shows you. But I have put the Raider two-wheel drives on the roof, which I really like. Those. I really like that. I just thought the roof just needed something. God. I really want to put something on here, but there's nothing really. All that's left of the decals are those. That's it. I was going to put this round one on here, but I think there's enough now. But oh boy, that looks fantastic. Right, I'm desperate to put it on the chassis, but I want to see if I can attempt this tyre writing. I'm going to try. Right, well, I'm over the moon with that. That's not a bad effort at all for me. Found that quite tricky, well, tricky tyres front and back. I wanted to use white, but the pen just wouldn't flow, so that's actually chrome, but I think at first glance it does kind of look white, but I think that's kind of cool. And then the rears. Yeah, very happy with that. Right, I'll let them dry, and then when I come back, the car will be finished. And she is done, and I'm honestly over the moon with that. I don't think it's the correct red. It's definitely, I mean, I could brighten it up, I could back it with white, I understand that. But for me, I just like it in that deep red. I just think that looks absolutely gorgeous. What a thing. Look at it! Oh my word. That is off the chart. Tyre writing. Yeah, tyre writing I thought would stand out more, but it actually doesn't, which I'm a fan of, to be honest. So cool. I'm liking the stance as well. Oh, looks badass. Oh my word, I could look at it. Well, I was going to say I could look at this for a while, but I will be doing. So it's the morning after. Just looked at it all yesterday evening after I got it finished, and I always do that just to see if there's any changes, anything I want to do differently. For this, with it being 99.9% box art, it was just really these Raider decals, the two-wheel drive on the roof. just like, was I happy with them? But I am. I'm very, very happy with it. Yeah, just such an awesome opportunity, just by pure luck. If I don't know if you remember the first video, but I was just on Facebook Marketplace, which I very rarely go onto, and I just came across an advert for a Raider, and because of the way the pictures had been done, I just expected it to be a used one and a little bit battered, and eventually I kind of deciphered, oh, hang on, this could be completely brand new, unbuilt, apart from a front section. So yeah, to get it all the way from that, the drive, 3-hour round trip to pick it up, meet Wayne, the lovely gentleman who sold me it or swap traded me it, and then putting that first video out, and there's so much love for the Raider in the RC community from back in the day. So many people, it was genuinely so many people's first RC car. So cool, and then so to see the enjoyment and memories it brought back for you guys and girls, just that made it a bit special. And then of course the next video was the chassis build, which was just completely brand new to me. I had no idea how a Raider went together, let alone what it even looked like when it was finished. And in between that, sort of realising that this is actually a 2-wheel drive mid-motor chassis, which is quite rare as well, from what I'm used to anyway. And then of course today's video, just getting it all finished off and battling with the elements and stuff. But sort of with all that done now and put to bed, and this is the final time you'll see this car. Maybe I'll run it in the summer, I don't know. But it's just going straight, and well, I don't know if I've not even got a place for it. I think this is the very first car of the next batch I'm building. I think I need to build 12 cars, and then I'll put another 2 cabinets in. So this is just going to sit on the floor, and it'll slowly grow. But yeah, just incredible. I'm sort of babbling on, I know, and I apologise for that, but you've got to enjoy these moments, haven't you? Otherwise, what's the point in doing this hobby? So cool. I posted it yesterday onto the RC Legends Facebook group, and that got a great response as well. And again, so many people, oh, that was my first RC car. It's just cool. I said, I think it was in this video, maybe the build video, that I would probably look for a set of the Kyosho Ultima red oil shocks to take the friction shocks off, but no, I'm not so sure. It wants to kind of stay as it was meant to be, doesn't it? With everything being brand new, I think it's a bit. There's the expense of finding those shocks. I know the re shocks now, but they're still expensive. And then I don't know. I don't know if it's worthwhile. I don't know, but yeah, I suppose I better shut up. Just so cool, and the body. A lot of this surprised me because although this was a car from back in the day, from my childhood, the only thing I was really aware of was this Raider used to fly around on the grass, and I used to watch it when I was marshalling, and I just thought it was cool because it went well. But then to have the bonus, the surprise of the build, and I found it quality, I really did. And then up until today's video, like thinking, oh, the body shell's relatively easy, it's one colour, it's 2 pieces, and there's a few decals. But as normal, there was a lot more to that. There was a lot more decals than I expected. But the end result is just awesome. I'm a little bit taken away with this one. I like every car I build, as you long-term viewers know, but every now and again, you know, I mean, the last one on this channel that got me like that was the Team Associated RC10, when I finally finished it and painted it up. Again, that's all original. And then it was just seeing it finished, and it was like, jeez. And it's exactly the same with this, and not that I'm comparing like a Team Associated, an RC10 to a Raider, you know, it's a couple of different levels up as the RC10, but just to see that like period correct car finished, I get a buzz from it. And as I said earlier, if we don't enjoy these moments, what's the point in doing it? So anyway, I'm going to shut up. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you think to it in the comments. I'll try my best to respond to you, but it depends how well the video does. And I'm hoping it does well. And that's not for like I'm view hungry. I just think I like a lot of people to see this, because it's a special car and a true time capsule. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up because I made 3 videos this weekend, and now I've got to go away. This is Sunday morning. Now I've got to go away and edit them all, thumbnail them, upload them to YouTube, set all the parameters. So that's my Sunday. But anyway, this will be in front of me while I'm doing all that, so I can look at it. So as always, my friends, thank you honestly so much for watching. It's massively appreciated. And if this is the first video you've come across, you know, say hello in the comments, give us a like, give us a thumbs down if you think I'm a dickhead. If you subscribe, turn all the notifications on, all that good stuff always helps to promote the channel. And I've got some cool other builds planned for over winter, which I think you're going to enjoy. So anyway, as always, my friends, yeah, you know, happy ass seeing.